Hello everyone, welcome back. And I'm not sure if you can even hear this really awesome game because there's some new stuff here. And today we're gonna see it along with my good old co-host, Mr. Icarus. Say hello to the audience. How we doing tonight?
Hello again. It's me.
For some reason, while you were saying that, I thought of Jay Leno for a second. I don't know
What,
why.
hello? Why Jay Leno? I mean, he's a good guy. Fucking Jay Leno, one of the best guys ever to guy. Right up there with Guy Fieri.
That
Why Jay Leno?
I don't know, but either way, you know what we got today, right? Because I just told you the
Yeah.
news. We got a new commentator, Usada Pekora.
There she is.
The Hiya Peko DLC. I didn't purchase any DLC.
In my.
I do
did
gotta
you?
purchase DLC.
Oh, so she's just there, huh?
Okay, good. I don't have to hear Peko Peko Pe. But,
But
we got new treasure though. Houshou Marine. And nothing can, she can't do anything to prevent us from finding out it is her because who else is 17 in hololive?
eternally 17.
Nah, well, let's just believe she's in 17 season 2. 34. Marine, embrace the 30s like you did in that one variant, the outfit of yourself, please.
The one where the shirt's too small and her entire audience dunks on her.
I guess. Oh, and you know that picture of Squidward? Get it with his face had been sat on. That's what
Yeah.
I need. That's what I need Marine to do to me. And according
I thought
to,
I thought he was gonna be Mio.
yeah, I would like Mio to do it too, but Marine, like, damn, did you even like? She is just floating whenever she sits. She is floating. You know what that means, right? Either she's magic, or that ass is so fucking huge that it disobeys the laws of physics. Well, let's start the game, and let's get modding.
I don't think she's floating. It's more like that. She just has a very comfortable seat, and and she needs to know that there's more than a few people in the world that would pay top dollar for the privilege of being her chair.
Hey. It's not my fault. The Japanese fans do not appreciate what is Houshou Marine. And damn, they really be yapping.
They very rarely do. If you're a JP bro and you're listening to this, one, why? Two, this isn't even like a joke. Go appreciate your women more before they do what they did with the US and replace all of you guys with fucking migrants.
Oh dear. I guess you could say they took her job.
Get your casa.
And I like the South Park thing. I think it
Not
goes
even. They took her jabs and they realized that the jobs they took, and they're like, oh, actually, I don't want to do this.
Oh yeah, I think. No, it's crazy. It's the overseas fans that saved Towa, because there was like an unknown male voice in one of her streams in the early days, and everyone was going livid. I swear, idol culture in Japan is toxic as hell. And then again, the U.S. has celebrity worship, so I don't know what's worse.
The U.S. celebrity worship, honestly.
Yeah, because
I mean,
what do you mean? Because what do you mean? You'd buy a used tissue of your celebrity. Heck, I remember this because the show Sweet Life of Zack and Cody made a joke about it. Good. They touched.
Did they kiss?
Yes. they need to touch so we can, you know, proceed. Get Mio to get Ririka to get everyone from Holo Regloss. I am gonna be extremely scared when we get to having to use Raden, because she is the source of the Guru Guru meme. The one that goes Maitake, Maitake. Yeah.
Yeah, I know which one. That's her, I think she said, like, that was her, like, she couldn't think of anything what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because she feels kind of, like, under, like, losing her identity because she no longer smokes, which is good for her, by the way.
Yeah.
So she was just like, I need to come up with something. And so I think she animated and made all that music, all those, like, little earworm memes.
Yeah. And one of them took off like crazy.
Which was Maitake.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because one of the English YouTubers I watch, not related to hololive, she's a mushroom girl, and she picked up that one and made her own little video with it.
Oh, sweet.
And I think, yeah, and I think she shouted out, or like referenced my Raden being like, finally a VTuber. And it's like finally one of them, it's like one of them JP VTubers, thingamabobs, appreciates the power of the mushroom, or something.
Hey, mushrooms
if you
can
have
be
it,
fun.
yeah, it's like, go follow Gilly Amanita on YouTube.
Shit, I'm fucked. Okay, I can do this.
Wow, you really fucking died, huh?
Yes. See, Pekora did not like the fact that I wasn't gonna purchase the DLC, so she decided to fuck me over. You know, she might as well give me some cigarettes, some chocolate, before she decides to fuck me.
I mean, it's like, at least take me on a date first, right, or some shit?
Yeah. You know, it's like whenever Cartman asked his mom for an iPad, and she didn't, right? Because they were too expensive, and you know, and she was like, oh, why don't we get you a Toshiba Handybook?
And he just throws like the ugliest fit or some shit.
Yeah, like it's true. It's true. Apple is inferior for bigger price. It just looks, in my opinion, it just looks kind of nicer.
It's, eh.
Then again, I have an Apple iPhone, so I really shouldn't say much. Although one funny pro of having an iPhone is not even related to anything business-wise. It happens to be more community-wise. In Puerto Rico, so much people have fucking iPhones that if I don't have an iPhone charger, I can find one from someone else super easily. And I'm not even kidding. The only thing this doesn't apply to is when it comes to the fucking gaming. I guess nerds are like, I guess nerds here just don't have money, which is crazy. Like, and this isn't even a, oh, you buy expensive figures all the time crap, because they don't even got figures.
It's just, they just legitimately don't have money.
Yeah. Although I genuinely know a guy who crashes his car so fucking much that I, the unemployed guy, and still ain't doing money from YouTube, has more money than him in the bank account, which is crazy. What do you mean? You can't pay $7 for a bracket for a game I despise, but for a game you still like playing, which is crazy. And no, I'm not giving them $7.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, buddy, you need to play. Go to $7. Nah, it's my money.
Now listen, if he would have promised good results, you know what? Okay, I'll give you $7. But if you're gonna go 0-2 for free, then what the fuck am I giving you $7 for? Save yourself the time and the trip and don't go. Which is precisely what they do. But still. Buddy, it's $7. Stop buying a vape for 1 week and you got bracket money.
It's not addictive, bro. I swear I can quit whenever I want. Me enjoying my fresh, clean air with my asthma now.
No. Like, bro has now taken up smoking. That
Yeah, he's
vape,
done.
I swear to God, vapes. Maybe this is me being too much of a boomer, but god damn it, I hate vapes. Am I a boomer for that?
No,
Okay.
I don't like vapes. I don't like vapes for the same reason. Where it's like, look, if you're gonna give yourself fucking nicotine, just smoke the cigarette, you know, and be like, oh, these ones aren't like, you know, as destructive. I'm like, dude, it's still nicotine. Like, you're still fucking yourself up.
Yeah. You know,
Like,
this
but
pic.
I don't want to.
What?
I don't want to do. It's like I don't want to do this, that, and the other. It's like, you're already giving yourself nicotine. Just fucking commit. Or if
Yeah.
you want to be and get your like tobacco, fucking smoke a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't like tobacco, but I would smoke a cigar just to try it because I see it so
Uh,
much everywhere.
I
Like,
feel like it's like yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because I would just like to try it. I would like to see how it is, you know? If it's used by the powerful men, the mobs, and all that shit in media, surely it's gotta be good.
And surely I'm missing out on something, right?
Yeah.
My whole thing is that like when I get old enough, if I get old enough to get to that point, assuming you know I don't fucking die, and any unforeseen foreign conflict in the future,
Yes.
definitely gonna take up smoking cigars when I hit like my 60s.
And let's just hope they still keep making cigars. Because,
As
you
long
know.
as Cuba's around, they still will.
Alright, sweet. It's funny, the US hates Cuba, but they love their cigars. I
I
need
wouldn't
some.
say they hate Cuba, right? It's more like they hate the person who's running Cuba.
But,
And it
okay.
pisses them off that like he was able to evade like all other Jewish trickery.
Yeah.
Because when the U.S. doesn't like you, they really don't fucking like you because they can't control you.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe. I don't see the U.S. I was gonna say Japan, but not because of anything politics related, if not more media related. Because
Why? Because they're resisting?
no. Because you know the U.S. media's infrastructure, you know, for media shows, all that, has certainly gone down the crapper.
Yeah.
So, and you know how Japan is still going strong with their things.
Yeah, we see it in like every other game that they release, being like, "Ooh, this is. I mean, just look at Concord, man. Look at the difference between Concord and Stellar Blade, and that's all you need to know about the state of Western gaming right now. It's not good. It can be good. They just refuse to let it be good.
You wanna know something funny? Sparking Zero is only 27 gigabytes.
And they have like what, 30 something, 50 something characters?
182 if you count because they were counting transformations as separate characters.
I guess that's fair. That's a good Naui.
Ah,
That's a very
shit.
good Naui.
Sorry, what you were saying? I thought I was gonna die.
No, you're good. That's what I'm saying. It's a good Naui. It's a very good Naui.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, fellas, he is the representation of I married Noe in Awakening.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And it was literally just because I was undecided between. So like what I was like what 15, 16 at the time when Awakening came out, or was already out for a bit. So I was like very much like I want this, like I can marry this dragon girl, I can marry Maribel, or I can marry Tharja. And I'm like, because Tharja was like she looked like one of the girls I was dating at the time. So I was like, I could literally get like my girlfriend marry her and be like, haha, look, I married you in this game. And she'd be like, oh cool, and we had 2 kids. And she'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh shit.
So yeah. And I only committed to Naui after Lucina showed up, and after what, like chapter 13 is when like the second arc begins for Valm.
Yeah. AKA the filler part of the game.
Vom is filler?
Dude, it is so fucking filler.
Bro, you're crazy, dude. Vom is like the best part of the fucking awakening because the difficulty spike kicks in, and you're just fighting the entire cavalry. And you're just like, damn, these motherfuckers be moving across the whole ass map. Luckily I have two somewhat decent archers in Lon Ku to take down everything.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I committed to Naui after after Lucina popped up, and I think I had Sully and somebody else paired off at that time, and I'm like, wait, these are like. So I went into the map, like, what the fuck are these maps? And I saw that they were like the child units. I'm like, so wait, if she's a dragon, she's a Manakite. Does that mean like her kid becomes a Manakite, or is it like predetermined? So of course I'm gonna go try it out. I made an alternate save file. I'm like, all right.
And you got the dragon.
It's like I married Naui, and she's like, oh, that's a sweet little confession scene. And then it went to like back to the map screen, and like the two maps showed up. I'm like, wait, two maps? So I went to Na first, and I was like, this is very clearly Naui's kid, because the funny name. And then I was like, what's the other map? And I saw Morgan, and she was a dragon. And I'm like, dude, holy shit, two dragons! And I stayed with Naui. And I stayed with her. And I'm like, dude, this is cool. I'm doing a service, and I get the cute dragon chick.
You know what's funny? They use Morgan's exact... no, wait. Morgan uses Noe's body, right, for dragon?
Yes, I think she's just a little bit bigger. I think it's just scaled up a bit.
You know what the funny thing is? The Angel Heart Tiki, you know, the Spot Pass Tiki, uses the small avatar body and the hairstyles that make it look like Morgan, and the Noe body.
Yeah, because all the Spot Pass characters, like all the Ironheart characters are just the avatar in different arrangements.
Yeah. Funny enough, there's one Angel Heart character that just doesn't have any fancy DLC art because they used in other DLC maps as one of the regular characters, as if they were an Angel Heart you could get through Spot Pass, and that's Eldigan from FE4. Alright, good. Damn it! Okay, they touched. But yeah. And then what else can I say about Awakening? Sure, Anna was like my top FE girl before Marianne showed up. But, heck, before Anna, the first person I married was Lucina.
Because everyone marries Lucina.
Yeah, and also, your kid gets Crom's blue hair, so, you know, it's like fucking awesome.
Yeah, but if you marry Naui, if you have the right hair, both Naui and Morgan get Naui's hair, and it's great.
I see.
Yeah. So my very first Robin character, since I didn't know what the fuck I was playing, which is like the very first time I married Naui, I chose like really wrong, and I made like I think Robin look like my hair. I haven't had my hairstyle. I made like the light blue hair, and I made Virion, and I'm like, oh, this motherfucker stole my whole drip. So when Na came out, I was like, oh fuck, now it looks like fucking Virion's kid. Nah. So when I got my own copy of Awakening, because I was buying my friend's copy of Awakening. When I got my own copy of Awakening, when I went back in, I either said I'm either gonna make my hair black, or I'm gonna make my hair the same. I'm gonna make like my hair color the same color as Tiki's.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then this is when I started doing a little bit of research, being like, oh, how do I, you know, what determines like kitty hair colors? And so like, oh, if you're female Robin, it's the father's hair color. So I was like, okay, so it's gonna be crumb on it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make my hair green. And so Na has darker green hair color, and Morgan had Na's hair color. I'm like, this is acceptable.
All right.
And then I think I actually saw Tiki. And I was like, oh shit, it's Tiki's kid now.
Yeah. Hey, you know what that means, right? Even though one of those kids was a result of infidelity, Noe still had the heart to raise it as their own. I guess I guess you can take that as a nice thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they'd all like raise it together.
Yeah. It does take a village to raise a child, which is crazy to me how the US does not have maternity leave.
It's not that. It's just that there's a one of the many conspiracies of the U.S. is that there was a campaign to destroy that whole village foundation.
Oh, it is true what they say. The US wants workers, not people. Ooh. Marine, you shut up when Mio's speaking, okay? You wanna be dipped in gabagool or something? I've been watching too much, forget about it. All the episodes are on YouTube. And yes, this is a promotion, not paid, just me because I watched the show and I enjoyed it.
So go watch it. It's a good show.
Yes, and they're gonna make new
Oh, wait.
shorts soon. New
So it's like
content.
obligatory. Yeah, it's like obligatory. Go watch Transformers 1.
Oh yeah, that too. That movie's fucking awesome. And if you go watch Transformers 1, if I catch you watching Joker 2, I swear to God, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna cut you. And this is a threat that you shouldn't be taking lightly. Even you, Mr. President, or whoever world leader happens to be watching this. Go watch Transformers 1 right now.
Go support the official release.
Yes. Don't pirate it. Support the official release. It's a good movie. And I know nothing about Transformers, and I just like the movie.
Oh God, just like it just reminded me of of that one guy we know coming back from the theater being like, "This movie ass," and it was about Joker 2, and I was like, "It's that bad, isn't it?" He's like, "Holy shit, what did they do?" It was like, "Why were they trying to make Harley into Makima?" And I'm like, "No fucking way is that they're having Harley of all people be like the manipulator."
Ain't no way. And they got Lady Gaga to do it, of all actors.
And I'm like, yeah, and it's like Lady Gaga. I feel like has the potential to be like a good actor because I think they had her in American Horror Story.
They
And they
did.
said like she was like and I from what I heard she was like the best like thing of that stuff of that episode or like that series.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like Lady Gaga could really pull it off, being like really crazy. She is classically trained, and like her crazy and like she used to wear crazy outfits, so she's used to like doing crazy shit. So I feel
Yeah.
like it'd just be like a neutral fit for her. And I'm like, there's no way they got Harley Quinn to be played by Lady Gaga, and then they fucking ruined it because
Speaking of
of what happened with Joker 1.
You know what's funny? It was because of talking about psychopathic things that the psychopath decided to jump ship. I think Suisse knows we're onto her. The hunter down for not watching Transformers 1. But continue what you were saying, sorry.
Yeah, no. So it was just that of like, damn, I can't believe they fumbled Joker 2. Joker didn't need a sequel. It was just like, no one asked for a sequel. It was a succinct movie. It worked as its own standalone film. And I'm pretty sure both Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga both were like, look, they're making us do this. We're gonna have to make sure this does as terrible as possible so they just cost them as much money. It's like that new Matrix movie where the other brother was like, no, I'm not doing this, but the other brother was like, if you're forcing us to do this, basically, then we're doing it my way, and they gave him full control, and that's why that movie was so like awful, as opposed to it, because it's literally him being like, if you're doing this, when I told you I don't want to do this, then we're doing it my way. I'm gonna make sure it costs you like as much money as fucking possible, which I feel like more actors and directors should take more initiative in doing so.
Yeah, why should you be forced to do sequels that shouldn't exist? Especially that
Or,
whole
like-
trend of, oh, movie that came out 20 to 30 years ago. Here's a sequel now.
That's a good movie. You know, it's like it's a good movie. No one's asking for this. There's untapped money here. Being like, it's not untapped money. It's just people. As much as people like piss and moan about like, oh, this needs a sequel. I was like, I recently remade this. They really don't.
Look, the only type of sequel I would like to see is for Spaceballs 2, because they even made a joke about it in the first movie. Maybe we'll see you again in Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
No.
Oh my god! If they don't call the movie that, you already know the movie's gonna be shit.
Yeah, it's just like if they don't acknowledge that joke, don't even bother.
Yeah. That's
It's,
where the
speaking of
space bombs.
it's like speaking of that, it's going back to like how, just to keep rambling on this fucking tangent of everything Hollywood makes now that is part of quote unquote the message is shit. Uh, there is a scene in one of the older Futurama episodes where
Yeah.
they're being attacked by an army of solid gold Death Stars being run by a alien race, right? Or
Yeah.
some shit. I forget what the exact scenario is, but it's a whole fleet of solid gold Death Stars, and the fact that that makes more sense and is a better like cohesive fucking
Plot.
like plot, or it was just like something so outrageously like sci-fi because just straight up just solid gold Death Stars
Yeah.
that the final movie of Star Wars would be like, oh yeah, no, so now there's a bunch of fucking Death Stars on each of these Star Destroyers, and it's still a worse movie than whatever they did with the plot in Futurama is incredible to me. I think it's even a comment if you go look at it. There's a clip on YouTube where it's like Hermes taking control of the fleet because he's a bureaucrat and he's able to micromanage them all the time.
Yeah.
And I think it's a comment of like the fact that Futurama made this plot about all these Death Stars being such a threat makes a better movie and is a more contrived, insane plot than what the modern Star Wars came up with is truly writing ahead of its time.
And also, Futurama had the most educated writers in all of television.
Yeah.
Like most of them had PhDs. I think all of them had PhDs and stuff in mathematics too. Heck, they even created an entire mathematical equation or formula just for one episode.
I think
It's
another thing was also is that they were it's like they knew the like ha 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 science jokes, but they did that in a good way, not like Rick and Morty did. Whereas like Rick and Morty is like science through bullshit.
Yeah.
Futurama is like science through. There's like science through. There's a complex thing here that we're trying to discuss. We're gonna break it down to a simplified, grossly simplified version,
Yeah.
but introduce complex elements of it like throughout it.
Mm-hmm.
And they make jokes about it all the time. Like I think there's one they went to like a ice world planet and it was like something degrees below absolute zero, which is fucking impossible, right? Because absolute zero is absolute zero. You can't go any lower than absolute zero. But even then, still they're like, it's like 20 degrees below absolute zero out here. Stuff like that. And then the Angry Dome. Angry Dome is fucking peak.
You know, speaking of Rick and Morty, I watched the
Oh,
premiere.
and dark matter reactors.
What?
There's like dark matter reactors.
Yeah. like my story with Rick and Morty is that heck, I even watched the premiere live on television late at night with my sister when we were younger. Yeah? And
Yeah.
like I think both me and her just fell out of love with the show. Not only cuz we got rid of the Dish Network bots and all that stuff, but also cuz just of the fact that for me I felt more love out of it. Oh shit. Yes, konbanmyo. But I think the moment they started going super nihilistic, I think that's the moment I kind of shut down from it.
I mean, I saw it the first like couple episodes and seasons were nice. I think what was the unironic like you have to have a high IQ to follow Rick and Morty, and then the writers believing that bullshit,
Yeah.
and they kept trying to be like more over the top with like the shit and everything, and I'm like, nah.
I feel like if you listen too much to the internet, even if it's probably for a good thing, like with the Sonic movie, you gotta. It's like taking advice to improve at anything. Be careful with which advice you choose, because one advice for one person might not work out for you. You know?
I think it also got too meta for itself. Like it was trying to be.
Yeah,
It,
when
it
the
was basically, it was basically like Reddit tier humor.
Yeah,
I wanna say.
exactly. If the show starts if the show starts, focusing on meta humor this, meta humor that, then what's the point of the humor anymore? If you're just gonna, constantly do this and that, when I just want to watch silly old man who's drunk do the most crazy things with his grandson.
It was like also I think there was never like any real consequence for Rick. It was just like, oh yeah, he might have gotten like a slap on the wrist or like the plot happens because he does something wrong, but it's like nothing changes.
I think it has to do with the fact that they really went onto the whole he's the smartest man in the universe shtick at some point.
Yeah, you think they went too hard on that? Like they
Yeah,
went too hard on he's the smartest man and he has plans for fucking everything.
yeah.
So shit, and it's like contrast. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm qualified to really talk about it. I only saw like a couple, like a handful of episodes, so it's whatever.
Uh, yeah. Ah, motherfuck! Okayu's laughing at me. She transformed the moment Lamy fell. Look at her. Look at her. Look. That's another thumbnail right there. Just look at her. She's mocking me. She's mocking me. She's mocking me, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that OBS. Look at that. I opened the OBS program to show it to the OBS. And also because we reached our 30 minutes, everyone. And I think that's time for goodbye. How about you join us in a few days when we continue trying to get Ririka, while Okayu looks at me, and I feel like she's like I fucked it up so hard. Instead of getting my car repaired at the car repair shop, she's gonna say, no te preocupes, vamos a ponerle coolant aquí nuevo y está de lo más bien. Y el coolant que le va a poner ella es fucking agua. Para joderme, para yo tener que ir de vuelta. Ir para allá y seguir gastando dinero. You know what I mean, guys? Well, I think that's enough tangent. Goodbye, everybody.